Hello, hello, hello. It's back with another Raid Shadow Legends video. In this one, we are going to be pulling my ancient shards for the guaranteed Gnishak event. We've got to pull 180 ancient shards. Honestly, I was kind of torn about whether or not I wanted to pull shards for Gnishak. I have 2 copies of him already, and he's a good champion, but I don't really think I need 3 copies. That being said, at this point in the game, honestly, I really care a lot about maxing out my faction guardians. Not so much skinwalkers. I only really use Gnishak and a little bit of Wukong in the skinwalkers faction for PvP, which is mostly what I care about. But you know, it can't hurt. And I do actually use Gnishak in PvP a bit, mostly as like sort of low-ish accuracy, but to counter Stone Skin nukers, or nukers I'm afraid might be in Stone Skin. Think people like Baron or Georgid. Oftentimes people build them in Stone Skin. And as more people get Stone Skin accessories, we're probably going to see more hybrid builds with Savage and Stone Skin, or Lethal and Stone Skin, that kind of thing. And I think he can be a good option to counter those. So I do like Gnishak, and maybe in the future I'll want to empower him. I have never empowered a champion before. However, the bigger reason why I'm going to pull the shards on this is actually because I can double dip with the Hero's Path event, which will allow me to get the 5-star Blizzard Soul. I made a video about this earlier today, and double dipping to get both the Gnishak and the 5-star Blizzard is, I think, super important. It'll probably be too late for anyone who hasn't already done this to do it once this video comes out. But if you subscribe to the channel, you would have saw my video earlier today explaining why I think this is worth going for. In particular, I think Blizzard, with his passive and a 5-star Brimstone Blessing, can possibly solo Sand Devil. At the very least, he can probably solo whichever version of Sand Devil shows up in the city of Cintranos. And with Cintranos in the game in general, I think just picking up these 5-star Awakened Souls is just so important. So if we can double dip, we can get a Gnishak, we can get like 60%, 70% of the way to the Blizzard Soul from doing that, and then we can also pick up things like the Speed Glyph and the Tier 2 Essence. I think it's worth it, so that's why I'm going to go ahead and do the pulls. I've been cleaning out space, so I should be pretty much good to go. I'm going to drop 2 brews. I won't do this on stream, don't worry, but I'm going to drop 2 brews into every one of the rares that we pull, and probably 3 brews into the epics that we pull. Speaking of rares and epics, I am, let's see, let me double check. I'm 73 shards into Mercy, so we will definitely be hitting our Mercy on the Ancients before we get to Gnishak. In terms of champions that I want, my number 1 most wanted would be Kaja the Rai. I want to get her basically as an empowerment. I already have 1 copy. If I get a 2nd copy, I could get her to level 2 empowerment, which would give me another 10 speed. Kaja is one of my favorite champions in the game for high-end arena, because she brings the turn meter boost. She basically acts very similar to like a Go First Sifi, where she brings the turn meter boost, the cleanse, the block debuffs, and she brings a full team revive. The other thing that she brings to the table, which is really nice, is a speed aura, which is super helpful. That's one of the major downsides of Sifi in live arena, is if you want to use her as your turn meter boost and go first teams, you essentially have to pick 2 other speed auras in the game. Otherwise, they can just ban your speed aura, and it's going to be very hard to beat them in the speed race with no speed aura. I talk about this a lot in my live arena videos, and it's one of the reasons why I think Kaja is super strong. So that would be the number 1 champion I want. If not her, Duchess would be right up there. I still don't have a Duchess, so we're gonna go for that. Let's see, is there anything else we want to talk about? I don't think so. I think we just go ahead and jump into this. Oh, the other thing I would love to get is some of the epics for the fusions, the Lady Mikage fusion in particular. All right, let's go ahead and pull our shards. See what we get here. We've got 3,000 snow coins. The snow coins are based on the number of shards you pull, not what champions you get, so we should be fine. Killing the Shrike. This guy is pretty new. Is he part of the fusion? I don't think he is. Let's see, what does he do? Weekend debuff for 2 turns. This might actually be my first time picking him up. Attacks one enemy 2 times, it has 75% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 50%. Second hit has a 75% of placing decreased speed. Also places Perfect Veil. Attacks all enemies, damage increases by 5% for each debuff on the target. Okay, I think he's a pretty interesting champion. We'll ignore shield when attacking under Perfect Veil. Okay, cool. All right, let's go ahead and do another 10 pop and see what we get. Is it all rares? It looks that way. All right, we're paying the rare tax. There's no rares I care about at all. Although with Cintranos, there might be some rares that we start building. I was thinking about building a Bellower out for one of the Soul Cross stages. Okay, we got another one. This is 30 shards in, which should put me about 100 in the Mercy. Scion, I think that's a dupe. Don't particularly care about him. Firegun Isbale, awesome. Firegun Isbale is, she was part of the Gnishak fusion last year, and she is part of the Lady Mikage fusion, so that's awesome. She's been used in some good teams against bommels. She has this tax one enemy, has a 50% chance of placing, or decreasing the duration of bomb debuffs for 1 turn. Also has a 75% chance of placing a bomb debuff on a random enemy for 1 turn, and instantly detonates the bomb debuff placed on that random enemy. And then it has this passive here, or not passive, but bonus here. All bomb debuffs placed by the skill on enemies whose max HP is higher than 200,000 will deal 20% more damage. Has this one, so this A1 basically lets her place bombs on bommel and stuff like that in ally attack teams. Attacks one enemy 2 times. First hit has a 75% chance of placing 2 bomb debuffs to detonate after 2 turns. The second hit has a 75% chance of placing a debuff spread, taking 1 bomb debuff and placing it on all other enemies. All bomb debuffs placed by the skill on enemies whose max HP is higher than 200,000 will deal 50% more damage. And then we've got tax all enemies, 75% chance of placing a weaken, grants an extra turn if the weaken was placed by the skill, and its damage is based on the attack. And then she has a revive on death on this champion for 2 turns when an enemy dies from a bomb. So yeah, she's a pretty interesting champion, but maybe mostly what I want her for is, let's see, check it out, the Lady Mikage fusion. She is used right there, so that's perfect. Kellen the Shrike wasn't used in this, right? So we need Indalia, we need... Oh wow, all I need is Indalia, and I could get this Tatsu done. And then what do we need over here? Deliana. Yeah, I need Yolfrig. Okay. All right. That's that. What was that? 40 shards? 30 shards? Let's do another one. Ambassador Lethelin. I think that's a dupe. Okay. Show me the gold. Come on. All right, another rare tax. That's totally fine. Oh, come on. Fusion champions and gold. That's what we want. That's what we want. Nothing. Dude, another rare tax. Feels bad. Okay, old Gruckus. Not useful to me at all. All right, let's double check how we doing on this. I need to go put some shards in. We've pulled 80 shards so far, so it should be about 150 in the Mercy. Let me clear out some space and I will be right back. All right, so we made enough room for 80 more pulls. I'll have to go clear out the last 20 once we get there, but we'll start with this. So here we go. We should be at 153 in the Mercy, so we're not quite guaranteed a Lego in this pull, but we're getting close. Okay, we got a Skull Crusher, we got a Missionary, we got a Masamoto. Quite a few epics, but none of these are going to be super impactful. I think they're all dupes. Nobody for the fusion. Masamoto's not for the fusion, right? If she is, I think I have a copy. Rain Beast, okay. That is, what, 173 into the Mercy? Damn, we're going to hit Mercy, aren't we? Feels bad, man. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. And it's a Beauregard the Elder. Okay, let's look at this champion. I think he has a cleanse, right? Attacks one enemy, 50% chance of placing a decreased defense debuff for 1 turn on the ally with the lowest HP. Sorry, increased defense debuff. Increased defense buff. Will not be placed on this champion. Has a 100% chance instead if the attack is critical. Removes 1 random debuff from all allies and places a shield buff for all allies on 2 turns equal to 20% of this champion's max HP, and increased resistance and increased speed on all allies for 2 turns on a 4-turn cooldown. Allies receive 10% less damage from champions whose resistance is lower or equal to theirs. Yeah, I probably won't use this guy for anything. I don't know. Even City of Cintranos, I'm not that excited about, which is a bummer because it would have been nice to get a legendary we actually want or can use, but not that many in non-void anyway. At least we could have got one for Faction Guardians, but no luck there either. All right, can we get another one before we finish off this pull? We've got 10 more. Okay. Oops, that's 14. Come on, give me something I can use. Give me something. Nothing. Okay. Deathless. Don't need it. All right, where are we at on this? Shoot. What am I on my mercy now? 34. So we need to summon 40 more. We're gonna get not quite there. We've got 20 left. Show me the gold. Jareg. Interesting champion. Probably gonna build one actually for City of Centranos, but definitely a dupe, not a unique. All right. Talia, another dupe. Aethar. All right, I'm gonna have to go make some more space. I'll be right back. Okay, we've got our last 20 shards to pull here to finish off our Gnishak Guaranteed. We're not going to hit anywhere close to Mercy, obviously, because we just pulled a Lego, but we could still get one. We got another Masimoto. That's a dupe. Hexia. Another Epic. Come on, show me the gold. All right, well, we're getting gold in this pull. Let's see if we can get double. Come on. Show me the money. Oh, no. Trugor is actually an interesting champion with the lockout. All right, there's our Gnishak. 180 Ancients, got one Lego, Beauregard the Elder. You know what? It is what it is. I made really good progress on the Heroes Path event. We're up to 76,000 points, which is a good chunk of the points we need to get in total to get the 5-star Blizzard Soul. So we're going to go invest those. I'm going to do a little bit more champ training to finish that out. But there we go. We got the Gnishak and we got the Hero Soul points. So is what it is. Would have been great to get an epic dupe, or sorry, a legendary dupe for Faction Guardians, but maybe next time. All right, that's going to be it. Subscribe if you like this kind of content, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.